Hey team, welcome back to Blackmar Barbecue Tailgate Series brought to you by GameGuard and Favorites Barbecue. Today we are out at the ranch and we've got a recipe for all you Midwesterners, beer brats and beer cheese. It starts just like this.
Starting things off with our mise en plots, it's essentially the game plan, the scouting report of this recipe. First quarter, we're focusing on that beer cheese. We're talking melted butter, diced shallots, and of course, cheese. Two types, sharp cheddar, white cheddar. Gotta have it. Whole blocks, we're gonna grate it ourselves. Look, I'm not the cheese police. If you want to use pre-shredded cheese, go ahead. I prefer to grate my own. And there are definitely people on the interwebs who will come after you if you don't grade your own. Hey, do what works for you. Whatever gets the hay in the barn at the end of the day. While we're here, let's go ahead and knock out our onion mise en plots for the beer brats. Onions are like running between the tackles of cooking. You can win without doing it, but no one's really going to respect you. Gotta have it. Prep work is done. Let's start making this beer cheese. Diced shallots into the pot of melted butter. Favorites, all-purpose seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic essentially. Going in. Toss that up, looks chefy. Now we're hitting it with Worcestershire sauce and spicy brown mustard. Once you let those flavors get to know each other, we're just going to dump in that cheese. Hit it with a splash of half and half to help it melt. We're also going to go in with a little cornstarch to help it thicken up and prevent clumping. One of the stars of the show, the Alico Lager from Southern Roots Brewing. We've got to sacrifice a beer, a brewski, to the beer cheese, so I went with this elite lager. Let me tell y'all what, if you haven't tried it, you need to try it because this is a serious porch pounder. It's very good. You can drink it all day without getting full and bloated, but it has enough flavor that you can cook with it and it won't just disappear. Cooking with beer is just like cooking with wine. Cook with something you actually like to drink. At this point, go ahead and add any leftover cheese, touch it up however you like it, and make sure you get this over low heat because we're going to let it melt and simmer while we work on our beer brats. We're going old school today with the cast iron over the wood fire outside in nature. Can't beat it. Once the butter's melted, let's go ahead and hit it with that onion. Hit that onion with a little bit of favorites all-purpose. And then I wasn't thinking it was getting hot enough, so we went ahead and got this thing down in the fire. Once those onions smell good, it's time for the brats to come in.
One beer for the onion.
We're going to let these brats and onions get a little sauna action, get a little hot tub action with this brewski.
One beer for me.
And me.
Oh.
Once those brats are looking a little gross, go ahead and flip them over. That way they can cook evenly. I like to use a meat hook to do this because I don't want to burn my delicate fingers. And also, I'm not mad if I poke little holes in it because that's just going to let some beer in there to get all happy with the brat. Once most of your moisture is cooked out, your sausages are fully cooked through but still kind of ugly, we're going to go ahead and pull them out so we can grill them off and go ahead and get the rest of that moisture out, get those onions nice and caramelized. Once your onions are pretty much looking like this and your sausages have some nice browning on them, you're in the home stretch. Time to get those bad boys off, make sure your cheese isn't burning, and let's get to work. It's assembly time. Let's play a little game called Do As I Say, Not As I Do. Here, my beautiful wife Katie got us some elite Martin's hoagie rolls. They're not hot dog buns. So we're going to go in with a layer of our beer cooked down onions, our brat, and some melted beer cheese on top. And it's elite, but the bun is a little much too big. That brat looks like, a kid wearing his dad's clothes, right? So what we did to compensate is we ate the sandwich as is, but I used the extra bun to sop up the beer cheese. That's a pro play, but what I'm telling you to do is to cut the bun in half, make 2 sandwiches out of it. And yes, a brat dog is a sandwich. We'll die on that hill another day. Get you a palate cleanser. Let's go in for that bite.
The Midwesterners might be on to something.
I'm going to have to voice over the rest of this because I got a little tongue-tied. My tongue was doing a merry jig. That bite was so good. Soft, chewy bun, crispy, juicy brat, got beer flavor through and through without being overpowering. Then you got onions, and beer cheese as well? Come on now. Chef's kiss. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Tune in next week for the Tailgate series coming to you live from GameGuard Ranch.